I really hate doing videos when I'm outside because you can't see me, but you can hear me, so that's all that matters. For a couple of days now, I've been having a heated discussion with this young man named Preston Cox on a couple of posts that I made. He is fervent in his beliefs that I hate black people. And he constantly, oh, you never post anything positive. You never post anything positive. You're right, I don't. There's a method to my madness. I post the negative in hopes that Black America will see what's going on in our communities. And I pray once they see these things, they'll stand up and take charge. But no, instead of seeing them and trying to stop it and prevent them from ever happening again, I just get called an Uncle Tom. I just get told that I hate black people and I'm self-hating. So this is what I have to say to me. This is what I have to say to all those who say that I hate black people. And I'm pretty sure Ben Carson, Mia Love, and the rest of the black conservatives feel the same way. So here it goes. I have lived on both sides of the fence. From the age of 9 to the time that I took a step into a world I wasn't ready for, which was prison, all I cared about was money. Yes, I'm black, and I lived in the hood. But the one thing that people fail to realize is just because you're from the hood doesn't really mean you love the hood, and I'm explaining that. What I mean by that is, when I tell people that they need to take responsibility and start taking back their neighborhoods, they say I'm attacking them. You want to know when I was attacking the black community? You want to know when I had no love for the black community? When I was out there slinging crack. When I was paying young men to risk their lives and their freedoms for my bottom line. When I was sending young women to project apartments to suck dick is when I hated the black community. When I hated the black community, I would give packs to 13 and 14-year-old boys that I knew mother didn't give a damn about them. And I would pay her to shut the hell up. That's when I didn't care about the black community. I have a nephew. His name is Richard Connery. He is currently serving some time in prison because of the choices that I made. Excuse me. I have an older sister by the name of Anita Connery. She has around 6 or 7 kids, and life for her wasn't easy. So what I did was take her children out of her home and bring them to the streets of the Bronx to sling crack for me. Little did I know, the nephews that I thought I loved and adored, I really didn't. Because if I did, I wouldn't have brought that into their lives. Yes, granted, it is a struggle growing up in the ghettos in New York City. We have the welfare, barely get jobs. But I didn't care about that. I didn't care that these were my blood. I didn't care that if they got caught, they would go to jail. All I cared about is that they didn't tell on me and they didn't lose my packet. They didn't lose my work. Now, like I said, my nephew was doing time in prison. When he was for his arraignment, I was in a cell right next to him. And I apologized to him. That was the day that I made the choice to change my life because I destroyed his. My nephew Gompa, his name is Lloyd. He served several years in prison too because of what Auntie did. My daughter, I used to put drug money in her pocket when the cops came around and send her upstairs. Drug money in her pocket, drugs in the other. At that time in my life is when I did have no love for the black community. I had no love of self. I had no love of family. And I was willing to sacrifice any black person for my bottom line. Now today, I'm no longer willing to do that. So when you sit up there and you tell me I'm angry and I hate blacks, yeah, you're right, I used to. Because I had no problem setting you up for failure. None whatsoever. I had no problem sending you out to get what I needed. I won't do that anymore. I've destroyed enough lives. My sister doesn't speak to me because I destroyed her life. I took her son away from her. And even though I know this, saying sorry is like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube. So when you tell me I hate black people, yeah, you were right. I hated them for a very, very long time. But at some point, we have to take our communities back and be responsible for the messes that we make as black Americans. Good day and God bless.